All day day. Was it a 2-year sub? Is that what it is? Where'd you get that information from, Rob Island? Recoil. I'm bad with the words that start with an R. Where'd you get that information from, Rhea Prey? Oh, it just notified you? That's sick.
Take it off, the feeling's gone. We land at this point again. First you played and now we've lost. Like you never wanted anything. Watching as the colors blend. But it still won't mean an end. Fear all we never knew then. 'Cause we are young. Fighting for a different ride. But we still can't see the light. Wish
Templar in the chat. What's up, brother?
Let's do it!
Yo, Doug, Kenny Boucher here, Next Level Painting. Hitting you up on that literal best of all days. Coming to you live from that Beats Lab. We're doing it again. Eileen says, not the best of all days. Nope. She's laid out in bed right now. She just learned a valuable lesson. She says, bro, how are you even drinking? It's just water. B-dubs to Raina Forge. What's up, brother? Yeah, I'll tell you Eileen's story after a few more people get in here. Also, shout out to Recoil 2 years. 2 years modding. Is that right? Today? Oh, forgot. Hold on. Gotta go grab the POG sheets. And instantly my hair got destroyed. It's like the first time I looked at myself today. Happens to me a lot. All right. So the prototype POG sheets. To count them out quick. First, I'm going to pull out one set. One set right here. It's recoils. Then the winners of the top of the month ender. 2. One more set. These are spoken for. Right here. They will go over here. Now, what's left, every one of these sheets is now unlocked into the U-pick. Let me see exactly what we're working with. It was not my intent to put entire sets in there. It was my intent to put individual sheets. Organizing them now. One, two, three, four, five. So we've got 5 sets left. Does that make sense? Is that accurate? Yes, because this is the 6th set on my desk. My set. Eileen only has 6 yo dogs. So 5 of these. Let me see. One, two. There's 9 streams this month. So 9 streams, 15 sheets. 9 streams, 5 sets. Recoil, since your mod anniversary was today, you decide. Is it 1 sheet or 1 set for a you pick? We can run out of these. It doesn't matter because we're making more. But these are volume 1, never to be recreated because the graphics already changed for volume 2. I'm kind of leaning toward, fuck it, just let them have the set for you pick if they want it. She says, why'd you ask Recoil then? I said, I'm leaning toward it. He can decide. Doesn't know what leaning toward it means. Yeah, because I feel like it might be a little bit more annoying, right? If we do 1 sheet per person, then I don't personally think I would pick that. What do you guys think? Like if you win a you pick, and you can pick from one of our shirts, having a custom POG or a single POG sheet, would you even pick a single POG sheet? Or a class? Would you even pick the sheets? Or would you pick a set? Yeah, exactly, Recoil. You'd want a set. Or you wouldn't even bother picking it. Eileen says one sheet. One shit. Rottweiler. Sounds complicated. I have a way of making things sound more complicated than they are. Oh, she loves that. That she got me to say one shit. We go to commands. One full POG set. Updated literature. Okay, so that's the big news. 5 POG sets have been added to the U pick for this month. So what had happened is, guys, Eileen's in bed on her tablet in the other room. Saw him on the OG. Oh, he got his packages. He loves all the chancheria. Exactly, Recoil. And then we need 3 more U picks. And then I'll print the new set. And it'll be in the redemption log. Gotta get this insane sushi order, Rottweiler says. Eileen is happy for you. So here's what happened yesterday. Yesterday was like the first real day of summer, like, right? Because last day of school, it's Thursday. We celebrated here on Friday for the month ender. And so Monday was like her first day, no work. She gets an email back from that interview that she did for the RCS job that she killed. Because she had followed up with them like, hey, let me know before I start going doing other interviews. It's been, a couple weeks. So they took forever to get back, and then they sent her an email that was like, oh, hey, that's handled by the district. Stand by, someone will be emailing you very soon. Very soon. We're like, oh, shit. Bro, that was exciting. 45 minutes later, they send a rejection email. So, pretty emotional, right? High anxiety. Oh, shit, they got back to me. 45 minutes later, you weren't picked. Right? So, why did you send the first email? Why did you bother sending the first email saying, hold tight, someone will get right with you? Which is like you, because like you're the boss. And then you send your rejection email 45 minutes later. Kids on break, mass chaos. That's right, Recoil. Panhammer, yeah, it sucks. Because the decision wasn't made, or they had to tell. See, I think the decision was made, Panhammer, weeks ago. Like, I think it was already made, and they just like, oh shit, we gotta actually tell people. So that was a massive emotional high, right? She was so fucking anxious Then they finally got back to her, and then she was happy again. And then 45 minutes later, they crushed it. So she spiraled. And she had plans to go out for karaoke that night anyway. And so that turned into a big venting session. And I finished the podcast, met up with her at the karaoke bar. And she was obliterated. We went to another bar for karaoke. And then I drove her and her friend home, then picked up Eileen's car and drove her home. I had to carry her little ass upstairs. Wasted. She was obliterated. Van Hammer. Twisted. And now she has a hangover all day. All day, 40-year-old woman hangover.
Define canvas, something likened to a painter's artboard or an audio workstation.
Yeah, you hear that, Eileen?
Space where you
Captain Banhammer says, getting a bunch of rejections before you get an acceptance is par for the course. That's what you expect. She had so much fun, Recoil. Rottweiler says, things happen, people who are patient, and everything happens for... So, I got her home. She was obliterated. I filled up her water, Stanley, so she could stay hydrated. But she passed out, didn't touch that Stanley all night. So you know what it is to go to bed obliterated and then wake up realizing you didn't drink any water in the last 17 hours. So she suffered all day. I got her some Gatorade that I think she's just looking at. She's laying in bed just looking at it, listening to me right now. Not sipping her Gatorade. Buddy Fuster, Twisted Tea. If she was drinking Twisted Tea, she'd be fine. That's 99% water. She has her Bruidia square. I'm gonna explain to you what that means. If you guys are reading that in chat. And I like how she put like 8 A's. She has her Bruidia square, which is Vicks Vapor Hoob, which is how the Puerto Ricans call it, Vicks Vapor Rub, but it's a square, and it's like a hard-packed piece of wax, and they just hold it near their face. She's got it next to her while she's on her tablet, and we call it a Bruidia square because it's like witchcraft, right? Like Vicks Vapor Hoob cures everything. So she's not drinking her Gatorade. That's nonsense. She has her Bruidia square. So Armand knows you gotta drink water between beers, man. You're at the bar. So now everyone in the neighborhood Rottweiler is all into wrestling. Poor thing. Should have seen her. Everyone at the bar is her best friend. I show up and I'm like, all right, I'm here. She's like, let me take you to everyone in the bar. This is my best friend. This is my best friend. This is my best friend. Every single one of them. So far, they have a stack of cardboard and some duct tape and some nails and bolts for their championship belt, which Bruno currently holds. You know, you could just go to like Walmart and buy one, right? For like $20. But I do like this impromptu hardcore title that they have. What are the rules? The hardcore title can change hands anytime, anywhere. He said, nope, gotta make it themselves. That sounds on point. I once found a machete in the forest when we were like hunting for wood in Boy Scouts to like collect to put in our like troop trailer so we can bring it to campouts with us to make like structures out of with pioneering. We were out there with a approval to like cut down a bunch of wood, and I found this like old ass fucking rusted out machete, like wood handle, like full ass, but like clipped at the top so it doesn't go to like a sharp blade. It's like almost like a fucking meat cleaver. Like found it in the forest. I was like 18. I was like assistant scoutmaster, and I took it home with me. And I spent like weeks in my dad's shop garage with his grinding wheel, with everything, polishing it back up, taking all the rust off, sharpened it to like a razor blade, spray painted it with like that automotive black, redid the blade. Dog, this thing was absolutely a murder machete, but that was like what we got up to, right? And that thing was a razor blade. Like you could just look at something with it and it would. So I had it in the back of my S10, just back there, unsheathed, just sitting there. And one day I reached back for like a Diet Pepsi or something and just touch it with my hand. Had to go to the fucking emergency room. I think that's like the kind of shit that kids used to get into. So I'm glad that like you put your dad foot down and were like, you gotta go make a bow. Figure it out. Use these supplies. He challenged what this is. If Mars sees this thing going on immediately, thinks the kids are under attack with the other kids, it will clear the deck airborne and then clear the trampoline. Oh, they wrestle on the trampoline? Chug slime. Oh, it's a choke slam. I just skipped that part. Well, at least you got them. I mean, like, the trampoline can be, like, both safer and more dangerous. Right? Like, it's safer in the fact that they're powerbombing each other on a trampoline. Me and my brother used to do that shit to each other in the front yard. You know? Choke slam each other in the my dad would get so mad. One of my buddies like had to have back surgery in his 40s from one of our wrestling sessions on that front yard when we were teenagers. Because both sides are broken off, no safety net. They went through that shit. So the rule is if you fall off the trampoline for whatever reason, although you fall on grass, you're out. But you can't intentionally try to throw someone off. You got to keep them on it. You got to try to keep them centered. Well, you know the next move, Rottweiler, is that you have to tell them to build their promo and their fet. Like, if there's like 8 kids, it can't just be like the biggest, strongest kid just constantly suplexes the other kids. You have to teach them to build the narrative. Well, if you have this big, strong kid who's the champion, is he like perceived by the fan base as a villain? Is he a heel or is he babyface? And then you have to design a series of matches that set up a new champion so the belt can exchange hands while he's being either like a bad guy or good guy and just beating the shit out of other people in the meantime. So then they can end their summer, or they can do it every day. They can have a whole narrative play out. But that would teach them to control the act, right? Because ultimately the act is about being dope, right? Not just slamming dudes. And then it's safer in the end. Costumes are next. He already walked outside with the glasses on. They got to come up with names, everything. Me and my brother had whole matches, like, planned out. All right, exclamation point, you pick. POG sets are in the promo now. 5 full sets available. You got the Florida Wrestling Federation, and the 2 Next Level Wrestling. What? This is a set. 5 of these. Entirely available. So let's get to where we left off. Recoil, yep, that's accurate. If somebody one shots it, they also pick.
I'm exhausted tonight 'cause I can't sleep. No, I can't sleep. I just lie awake tonight 'cause I can't sleep. Without you beside me. But I can't sleep.
All right, so G-Man looking good. And for scale reference, here is a regular ass Terminator. Pretty big. So here's the next. So I'm currently drying out some baby wipes for the marble. And we still have to do the cape. And I'm looking at it, and I see there's a bit of distortion right here. Just using my nail file right here, my memory board. Okay, and this cape is straight up white. Is it white on both sides, Rottweiler? Do you know? What's the intent of Ron BG's cape? He was the resident Ultramarine Dick Rider. Blitz Me 99 over on YouTube. You paid a guy $2,500 to paint this model. Let's look amazing. So it's white on both sides, canonically.
Here are powerful rays being given off.
I'm sure this thing is all sorts of clogged up. Blitz Me over on the tubes. He says, I have been teaching people your gangster gumbo for 10 years. It's awesome, man.
Hey, hold it.
It has trim and stuff. I mean, is it just me or does like white seem stupid though? Like, blasting out some solvent.
Radioactive.
Pretty cool. You put a picture of it. We've been using a UV resin printer, Blitz Me, to paint art on cloaks. He just sprays it right on there. Master did it. Wait, what? Like a wow. Go over to Discord. Yeah, See it. Ugh. Nice whip in there, Chaotic. Okay. How about making transfers? What exactly are we talking about? Grandmother says because a couple of... Sometimes he has red over his shoulder. Yeah, I kind of feel like I want to do it two-tone. Like, I like it when capes are like that. I'm going to take this 2 primer. So there's no real good way to hold this. I could pin it to something. Let's see if I can get... Okay, here we go. That's reasonable. I'm just gonna blast it with this. Raw dogging it. No thinning whatsoever. Now, I teach all my students to glaze capes. In case you're in a situation where a lot of modern sculpts don't let you sub-assemble the cape. Usually it's integrated in some way. Dump some of that out. Gonna add some water. Actually, yeah, a little water. And a little one-step medium to thin it down. On the pump. Another light coat. Okay. It's good. I'm gonna rinse the brush out. That's just our primer. We're going to paint it a little bit different. We normally work dark to bright. Not today. Recoil people were pissed off at GW for the absolute shit show of a display at the UKGE tiny booth. Few display cases of armies, but the Armageddon minis on display were 3D printed. Thick coat of gray primer on them. Some of them were leaking resin. No game tables. No paint tables. Two nerds hired to say hello to people. Wow. That's a disappointment. Okay, so what we're going to do... I'm going to take just straight up white ink. And I'm going to just start bringing this white ink into it. I'll turn these lights down. That's the inside. There's the outside. Using stock white ink, Liquitex. I just want that to dry a little bit, so I'm just hitting it with air. Air. That's a massive fail, Recoil. Now, like, I'd like to paint the back of the cape red. I think that'd be really nice. I'm starting to get why it's white. Might leave it white. Yeah, but the white on marble. We just can't let the marble get white. Like in their example, the marble is hella gray. It's not even close to white. Or do we do it? Do we go with the red cape? How about inside of cape? Oh. Thing is, I get it. Right? Like, I get why it's white. Like that is extremely clean. Like, inglorious, right? Like it really embodies his, you know, like that absolute peak, like glory, right? Like he's a good guy, the ultimate good guy, right? Yeah, I'm starting to understand the white. We probably, yeah, I think I'll keep it white.
Ritalin is sometimes called the smart pill for those who have ADHD, but could it actually be dumbing kids down?
So we just laid down some white ink. So I'm gonna do is I'm just going to rinse the brush again. I'm gonna throw some checkers on it, Van Hammer.
Well, I don't want it to be hyped up on all the visual thing. You know, I wanted the people to like listen to.
So they do theirs a cool white, but that's definitely a mistake. It definitely needs to be warm, like Rottweiler was saying, like the bone white. $500 dono to make it a DACA cape. Oh yeah, I would do that. And Ender would understand. I would do this whole thing in baller ass checkers.
You don't have to do it this way. You don't have to do it that way.
So I want to reestablish some of the. It's actually, I think the smart thing to do is put the airbrush down for a second. As much as you want to do everything by hand, I mean everything with the airbrush, and you just want to let it ride. The secret to a good cape is volume, and there's a limit to the volume we're gonna get with the airbrush. While I can get really good volume with it, we're gonna bring the paintbrush back to it to build a kind of a sketch of volume. Then I'll pull the airbrush back out. Van Hammer says you should do a mini where we get to bid and all the shit you do. Okay. So we have to come up with a model that has just like a space marine to be like shoulders. Round of donations. Closes in 3 minutes. Boots. Like yeah, that actually is hilarious. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to get this primer back on the palette. And I think something I like that old ass GW models has is they put a lot of yellow in the shading of their white. So I'm gonna pull some of that out. And I'm gonna get some straight up both titanium white right here. So this is already the darkest position. Want to send some yellow into it. I'll use some one step. Lower the opacity. So this is darker and more yellow. What I want to do is simple. I'm just going to run a heart pull right there. I'm gonna block out that recess. right there. See? I'm gonna do the same thing right here. So we're gonna try to create that volume. There. And you can see there's a billow right about here. We're gonna put the shadow right there. Can't forget about old Goat Boy right here. Oh, I'm gonna turn the light down on this. Now, interior. Same thing. There. There. This is that literal primer with just some warm yellow added to it. And a ton of one step. All right. So this is what we just did. Take some of the white, mix that in. Some one step. Take some of the moisture off. And I'm going to put border to the outside. See, and we're going to just kind of run this over the tide line between the shadow and the highlight. There. I think I can bring a little bit in right here. That's pretty good. Let's rinse it. So now let's grab the bold titanium white. The one step. Some dirty paint water still here. We're going to use this on the center around.
I'm stuck inside of these walls with you. I don't recognize
And just kind of try to follow the shapes we've created. See, that's just a little triangle right here. Pizza slice.
hope in getting myself back. Everything around me starting to turn black. Don't tell me you're hurt again. Tell me how wrong I am. Tell me how it's all my fault. Yeah, I've met my match again. Starting from scratch again. Where is the pleasure in all this pain? Don't you lie to me. Say it's all okay. When it feels like I'm drowning. I hate to say
Go. And we're just using layering and noosh. I mean, not noosh, one step medium. With a little volume. Little bold titanium white. Heart pull.
I've never felt motivated than now. Every word that leaves your lips never means how it sounds. You conquered the best of me, could have just set me free. Games that you play are just second hand. Now I'm
We're just really staying, just trying to control line aesthetic more than anything. A little bit more one step. And I think so now I'm gonna go back this version. Make sure our shape looks good right there. Let's go back to this mid-tone, which is built off of this. It's a lot of white in it. Follow that shape. Let's just close that pizza slice. Plenty of one step. My man Reappraise, what's up, brother? Okay, let's go back into the shadow. Kind of find something in between both. That yellowish white GW is known for. Okay, let's rinse it. Go back, grab some bold titanium. A little bit of one step. Take some of the moisture off. I think maybe a little bit more opaque. There. And we're gonna highlight the bottom of that furrow right there. Rinse the brush more thoroughly. Pick up more bold titanium white. Just work that shape. Line aesthetic. Grabbing more bold titanium. There are little like textures in the cake too. May have to downgrade brush size to attack those. Move it back here. Just subtracting the pizza slice. Yes, I think some clean line work is all we need over here. Let's downgrade brush size. Right. Add some bold titanium. Little noosh. So you see. Is actually very defined, like stress folds from where it's being pulled tight. Right here. We're just using little heart pulls right here. These ones right here. I'm going to go back a step. Some of our mid-tone. Clean this one up. They really went out of their way to put those in there. So we'll just try to expect that. Trim and the ultra symbol on the back of the cape are sculpted. They're sculpted. It's awful. I have to trace them. Got some ripples right here. Well, don't worry, I'm gonna feather that out. Here. I have the Kiger says, you have any video sources you recommend for learning, getting better at blending? When you say blending, do you mean like wet blending? That's pretty much the only technique that is blending. Everything else is just layering with different opacities. Specifically, what's your goal? Give me some context. Let's go back to this puddle up here. Or the opacity. Add some white. Going to feather these lines. Little filter. Remember, we're just using 2 paints. Plus white. 3 paints. 2 colors. More value. So making them more subtle. Hit me with a lot, too much water on that one. Take some pure white. Right into my first big model, Necron Heavy Construct this week. Haven't done much blending, but want to do on this model. Would you recommend for novice paint? So what you're saying by blending is you want transitions, right? Is that what you mean? You mean visually speaking, you want there to be a transition from a light to a dark. Yeah, that's what he means. So what you're talking specifically is optics, right? So optically speaking, you want there to be more of that, right? Like you see how we've got little pockets of dark blue, transition, bright blue, right? Dark blue, transition, bright blue, right? So a lot of this is airbrushing and edge highlighting and pen washing. The 3 fundamental core pillar techniques of getting good, right? Like that's the core. If you can dramatically airbrush and you can precisely deploy a dark recess, right? And then you can precisely deploy a bright edge. That's 99.99% repeating of being a baller, of like your model's looking baller. This model is basically just those 3 things. Paint wash, edge highlight, dope airbrushing. Now, I pushed some of the volumes in some of the real estate further So the transition that you speak of would be more ballin', and I was using the glazing technique. So in my course that I teach, I have the Kaiger. I cover all that. The 101 is the 3 pillar techniques, and the 201 we start on glazing. As a matter of fact, we're doing a cape right now, and we're doing it white, and we used our airbrush to set the foundation in motion, and then we just used a bunch of hobo layering glaze techniques to start building volume on this white cape. So like that's like the first lesson in the 201 course. So if you're looking for resources, I guarantee that I have hundreds of videos about this for free on YouTube. And if you go to my Patreon page for $10 a month, I have a table of contents in the pinned post. Bro, take your pick. There's like 1,000 videos. Rule 1, get an airbrush. First rule, get an airbrush. Every day you're not airbrushing, you can't get back. Rule 2, if you're trying to pay to win, take my fucking classes. If you want to grind out the XP and you just want to, like, use the free resources. But both of those require buy airbrush now. So I want to see if I can do a little bit better job here, Banehammer. I feel like this ripple is making this hard. I want to bring more white in right there. We're using the heartful. Try to get those ripples connected. Now, it's still a little soggy there on the tail, and we wanted that to taper out. They're just currently just stopping and just looking like shit. So we want those to taper into a bit of a vanishing point. We're going to use glazing on that. I have the Kiger says, I need an airbrush, but I watched my buddy slip into only using airbrush, and his models end up pretty monotone. And I'm trying to get better at the brush before I start airbrushing. That's extremely wise. It's extremely wise and a astute observation by you, because that is a thing that happens if you get good at the airbrush quick, and it makes you kind of not want to paint anymore. So then your shit looks like shit. Right? 100%. That's a real phenomenon. So what you want is to do both. As Banhammer said, it's very simple. Just don't do what your buddy does. But you want to airbrush. You need to level all these talents up at the same time. These talent trees need to be going up together. You don't want to be overpowered in any one thing. You kind of want to all be the same. Wise observation. Very logical. All right, so right there. Let's see if we can smooth those out. So let's go back to our original puddle. Lower the opacity with some water and some one step. I'm going to just kind of filter over. God damn it. There. Want them to vanish a little bit better. That's much better. But with white, you really just want the white to be balling. You don't want to do too much. I do want to clean this line back up right here. The heart pull. Nice sharp line. There. Get in there. And one of the things too that you're having a problem with Eye of the Tiger is that your buddy probably sucks at airbrushing. Without knowing anything else about him, he's probably just not tight at it. And so you're also seeing not tight work. Like monochromatic suggests to me that he's using slap chop bullshit and it looks like shit. He's doing probably a bunch of zenithal highlighting with black and white and then trying to glaze colors over it and it looks like shit. I'm just trying to get this cape to a place where I'm down to glue it on his ass. Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, white's a good choice. Goes with that bone yellow. Very GW. And we got to get this design in there. So what we need to do is come back here. Get the original base color for that yellow. Cat, stop. Some water and some one step. What? I'm right here. You hear this fucking cat? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of in wash and paint around this. Oh no, that shit doesn't even exist. So I'm assuming this is supposed to be an ultramarine U right here. Basically gone. And I'm just trying to like paint with semi-opaque kind of wet on both sides of this trim, so we get a nice little border, separating it from the rest of the design.
I'm sorry, my dear.
And we're composing this of the exact same paints already on the model, on the piece. So we have a lot of respect being built here to kind of cover our any hand fisting. Hey, here's the actual Ultramarine U right here. Yep, this one's completely removed. And it's funny because that's the one you look at from the front. straight up doesn't exist. What color are horse hooves, Banehammer? I don't know. Brown. Bro, I'm right here. Ah, stop. It's my man Recoil throwing down, says, who wants to go halves? He's on a raffle. That's my dude right there. Happy 2-year mod anniversary. Ah, Reapray, you fucking scoundrel. Want to get a bit of a dry fit going here. Oh yeah, that's man. Oh wait, it's perfectly hidden behind his leg. Oh fuck yeah. Maybe that's why it's not there. Maybe it's because it's pressed up firmly against his calf. Okay, let's see if we can glue this piece of shit on. This is some janky Horus Heresy bullshit. So like modern plastic kits, there'd be like a perfect little slot for this shit. Not the case here. We're just praying. We're just praying that it fits in the spot it told me it's supposed to go. And it is pretty snug in there, like on its own. His moist mod controls. Oh, that's right. You were in his mod tower once. Yeah, you can barely see it. It's kind of funny. The part that's like erased is the part you can't see. Damn, that's a good looking robe. That might be the best like white robe we've ever done. Did we just like come up with like secretly the sickest white robe combo cocktail? It was. Primed it with this nonsense. Then we actually just used white ink to build out all the highlights. And then we put that nonsense back on the wet palette as our base respect layer. We added warm yellow, and we just created, as you can see here, versions of this. We also put white back down, right? So we basically, between this and this, which was already on here, we were able to create brighter and darker variants of this and this to appropriately shade and highlight the real estate very easily. Yeah, I mean, that was walk me. I mean, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but that was like painless, right? For like doing like a white robe. Yeah, you could do this on Deathwing too. That robe is AI. Put the lights back up. Fuck, I love it. And I like that we've got an actual metal sword. Actual steel. I feel like I can do a little better job on it in some areas. May have to go back to the sword at some point. But I do like the look of this kind of understated and true metal metallic workup. Like it works for this model. There's clean application of the rich gold and the bright gold. Right? Clean application of wash. A little bit of highlighting with silver. This is like all covered in my 101 course. I have the tiger. This is practically a 101 paint job. Anyone who's taken my class, right? Because this is almost everything we cover in the first 4 lessons, right? Am I not getting notifications? I heard something, but it didn't pop up. Did I have the Kiger sub? Why did my alert not show? Go back to my events. Yeah, it's not showing in here for recent events. It sucks. Is anyone else resubbed during the show and I didn't catch that? And it might be like a sub thing that's broken right now. Just showed everything else. So yeah. It's not showing subs. It's always something. Thank you, Rottweiler, and thank you, Recoil. Did it at least give me like a chat alert? I have to look into that. Guys, let me go hit the head. I gotta pee super bad. And let's do a whip session, exclamation point whip. We've got pretty much this guy's in the books. And then we have to get his marble base set up. I said I've been drying out baby wipes, so we're gonna try the old baby wipe trick. But we gotta actually go find those parts. Be right back.
For all you motherfuckers that's looking around at us in the mosh pit. Huh? You fucking scared to get in there with us? We don't give a fuck, we keep it going non-stop. Keep it going, 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 going. We don't give a fuck, we keep it. Push a motherfucker through 'em. Fuck! You know what to do. Do. Push a motherfucker through 'em both. We don't give a fuck, we keep it going non-stop. Keep it going, 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 going. We don't give a fuck, we keep it. Switch. You know what to do. Fuck! You know what to do. Push a motherfucker through 'em both.
I'm falling like an asteroid. Is anybody out there? I stepped outside into the void. Please hurry up, ignite a flare. Will you ever try to rescue me? I don't wanna see you go. Can you see the dark surrounding me? I wait here for you.
I'm back. Everything okay? Anything happen? Any lack of alerts? Ace, what's up? Ace with the resub? Yep, there's one. Just checking on Eileen. Bro, let me tell you guys the funniest thing that I've ever heard. Tell you the funniest shit I ever heard. She's not feeling good. She's feeling nauseous. Feeling like she's gonna throw up. She was like, in her little squeaky voice, she was like, "I feel so bad." I was waiting for it. She goes, "Should I go to the hospital?"
Just another night, no sleep. Staring at the wall again. Always know that I'm in deep.
Oh, sweet summer child.
Ignoring all my friends. I don't even know the problems. So how am I supposed
She made it 40 years.
to tell them drinking like it stops them? I feel too much.
Never, I guess, had a hangover? Oh, wait. I forgot about that. Almost died 5 times on Goldschlager. What was that from? That's from someone telling you the story of the Goldschlager night? Is that like Spect telling that? Definitely, that's some Goldschlager incidents. They're like one of those house parties where everyone passes out on furniture. You know? I'm like on the fucking recliner like this, and I have no memory of like anything happening while I was asleep. And then when I woke up, I was just covered in throw up. Just covered in vomit. And my buddy saw it all. Buddy Mike, he was like, "Yeah, dude, I was just watching you the whole night, make sure you didn't fucking die." Because like you were like this, all over yourself while you were passed out. I was like, Goldschlager, never again. That's the paraphrasing of it. Ben Hammer. Which I like. Got up. Threw my shirt in the trash. Drove home with no shirt. Went to this place called the Chuck Wagon. Ordered like a fucking huge ass corned beef hash, fucking eggs, toast. Went home. Took a shower, put a new shirt on. Continued day as normal. Ace 34 never had one. Yep. She's having one right now and she thinks she needs to go to the hospital. Exclamation point whip. I feel bad for her. It's obviously awful. Yeah, regrets. Yeah, she was. Ace. Is there a 5-minute delay? Or just probably took me 5 minutes to get back to your comment. Because I'm lazy. We'll find out. Replay. Hangover. Hydration and electrolytes? What? It's straight salt water. Yeah. Bro. She's like, she's a classic, woman who doesn't drink any water, which is fine. You can do that. I don't care. But like, when you need to recover, I'm like, drink this glass of water for breakfast. She drank it. Then I filled up her Stanley with like Crystal Light. I was like, you haven't drank any water today. She's like, I drank most of my Stanley. I was like, babe, it's been 8 hours. That's all the water you drink today, and you're trying to recover. So I went to the gas station and got two Gatorades for her. She's not even like a quarter of the way through a Gatorade. Horsing around. Oh my word. Look at that, Banhammer. Look at that. Beautiful. Nice. Yeah, hey, got the ADHDs. Yeah, it's on beef. What's up, man? Yeah, Rico, we all know this. Man, we all know. Like, we got home. I had, like, she's like, how you drinking? I had a headache all day, right? I drank plenty of water, still had a bit of a headache. So I isolated it to two possibilities. Either I need more caffeine or I need a beer. So I grabbed a soda and a beer. And I just said, I'll just have both. Headache went away. He's like, how are you drinking beer? This is crazy. And the only reason I had a headache it was probably more caffeine than anything, because I only had like 1 cup of regular drip coffee this morning. When normally she makes me like Cuban coffee. And I drink a whole glass of that. So probably just having caffeine withdrawals. Cat, stop. Banhammer, I'm loving these. Or, oh, you're talking about the hooves of your horses. I don't know. Every time I have to do a horse, I always just have to like Google a horse, and it just kind of freestyle it. They don't come up that often in my game, in wargaming, for me. You want to come up here? Have you guys been hearing this cat the whole time? Trying to get it. She's about to freak the fuck out. Good girl. He has no face. She got nothing. That cat is janky as fuck, that hammer. Bro, the amount of hair. She's like 100% of our climate air quality issues. Gotta go take her in to get a fucking shaving. Bro, it's just everywhere. It's just completely all over everything now. Like, it's just in the air around me. Night Lord Progress. I saw some of this on the gram. Was fun. Used them like once in 10th. Bobby G. Oh, you got the mutilators. The big dog. There he is. Mutilators. Fucking vicious. I love those. My man Nor Dog in the chat. What's up, brother? Oh boy in the house. Nor Dog, pretty good weekend. Path of Exile dropped on Friday. New league. So, you know. I'm in a fucking masturbation cocoon. Which is awesome because that was off the heels of the new expansion for Diablo 4. So, went super hard on the new expansion. And it was perfect because I'm getting a little bored now. I'm getting a little tired. I've kind of done everything I can do. Pure dopamine, pure fucking rawness, you know? And then, wow! New league. Hells yeah. And their new league for Path of Exile 2 is like practically an expansion. They completely reworked mapping. I think they made it like very much more there's a lot more exposition and understanding. Added a bunch of new uniques to the game, a new mechanic. Would love to see more possessed Demon Kid units and Chaos Recoil. Yeah, I mean, I love that we have a close combat one again. But I want them to be basically just 8-bound equivalents. Emily's sister's in battle. She's working on her first army. Doesn't have Discord yet. Oh shit, dude. This purple slaps. Eileen will be impressed. That's a beautiful color. Yep, get all the robes done, then just cut the armor back to black. We'll do black purple. And Nora Dog, I mentioned that because like you're on my friends list, and we just got Demeki and Chaotic are playing with me right now. they've never played, or I think they haven't played in a long time, or at all. I think they just got through. I just helped one of them get through Act 2. We have a guild now. Now that I have people playing, so we have a guild, and the guilds are tight. No dog, you can do like guild donations, so like you can contribute like the currency coins, the guild, and then we can buy like stash tabs and stuff for the guild stash. Just push it in it, so we can all like shit, like so it's like a loot sharing. But like there's like I have a gem stash tab, so like all the uncut gems and stuff in there. It's pretty cool. Should come back. Write it out this week. Here, pray getting forward on the death guard made some a bit too green. Got it fixed. So you usually like green shoulder pads. Bro, it's so nostalgic. Seeing these. I love them. This unit makes me so happy. Bro, the plague knife. You know what the plague knife used to do? So every Death Guard model came equipped with a bolter and a plague knife. But like the plague knife, so they didn't have extra. So you remember, you only got extra attacks if you had 2 close combat weapons. So they didn't. They didn't have that many attacks. They only had like 1 attack each. So then you would get 2 because you had 2 close combat weapons. So like it was a hot commodity to have like a troop choice that could do that. And so like tactical marines couldn't do that, so they just had 1 attack. Plus 1 on the charge. Sergeant had 2. He could have close combat weapon. He had 2 base. He had a close combat weapon, so he had 3, 4 on the charge. But like Chaos Space Marines, rank and file, that was an option. So like you can have like essentially Assault Marines as your troop choices. Right? Corps Berserkers had 2 base and close combat weapons. So then they had 4 attacks each, and that was a big deal. Plague Marines, just 1 attack. They had a plague knife and a fucking bolter. Charged, you had 2 attacks. Plague knife, though, it's interesting because if you wounded something and it had multiple wounds, you inflicted instant death on the roll of a 6. A lot of people kind of like overlook that because it's just, you know, you only come in with 5 plague marines, 7 plague marines, you have like 8 attacks. Sometimes you have 14. They're like hit on 4, 7 hits. Wound on 4, 3.5 wounds. Fail 1-3 up save. Fail 1-3 up save. Now I gotta roll a 6. It's death, right? I never forgot that rule. And the plague sword did it on a 4 up. But there was no like AP, these weren't power weapons, right? So like, but I never forgot that shit, dude. I always would be rolling that shit. Very pretty. I love it. Oh, Agrippa, let's take a look at the lion. Oh, he's working on a white robe too. I'm so glad you went with the white robe versus the fucking green on green that they do on the box art. Doesn't make any sense. I love this. I love this harsh shading that you do. But also plastic injection molding from 40K models. The way they do their robes is so fucking cool. It's so much easier to paint that. Like look at all the shapes that it builds. Like with like it's so stylistically made that you have shapes that you can isolate and add volume to. Whereas like a lot of other minis and other ranges, it's there's nothing to do. You got nothing. And that's kind of one of the issues with the cape on G-Man over here from the Horus Heresy line is it's just there's nothing. There's no stylized shapes. What a cool ass model. Here, pray. Let me go look. Let me go back and look. You guys. So this guy right here with the bone arm. I used to hate that he had the bone arm. Because I hated painting that thing because I felt like it was never... It always detracted from the model. Like the rib cage. But yeah, I'd say like I agree. Like I had favorites, right? So like obviously the squad leader was my favorite because he had the respirator. I love all respirator guys. So anybody who has like a respirator, is GOAT for me. Anybody with a bare face like this guy, loved him. This guy all the way on the left, I hate that guy. It's my least favorite guy. His body is so stupid. Like, that guy's body is just dumb. I hated that guy. Right? So, like, the squad leader with the plague sword, go. Right? Especially if you converted him. That guy, decent. Isn't that just the plague leader again? No, this guy with the other respirator. He's cool, but I didn't like how his they did a lot of like stupid sculpting just to be sculpted, where they like would stretch parts of the armor into other parts of the armor, thinking they were being clever, and it's just like, bro, you made a Chaos Marine in your lab. This is before 3D printing, and 3D sculpting. You made a Plague Marine, you built them, and then you took globs of green stuff and you strung them out. So all you did was convert like your own Chaos Marines with green stuff sculpting. I hated it when they did that, like I'm like connecting parts like that. So like this guy right here, it's a great rank and file Plague Marine. I love that guy. This guy I like too because his chest looks so fucking cool. This is the main guy. I dealt with these guys all the time. This side is the weak side, with Beer Gut being the worst. But he's like the best of this crew. Yeah, the guy on the far right, his body is like, I remember it being like just textured. Everything is just like textured. It just didn't feel like a high quality sculpt. Do I remember the first plastic Plague Marines? You mean like where they were all just the same guy with the bolter and the fucking knife? Yeah, dude, that was my first play. That was my first Death Guard army. Recoil. War Pigment. Oh, see, the alerts don't work, but that does. War Pigment coming back in with the resub. That was my first Death Guard army, my first 3rd edition Recoil. 4 Rhinos, 4 squads of 5 of those guys. Agrippa killing it. Recoil, bro. They were not. Yep. When you go back and look at them, you're like, these guys suck. How did they ever care about this? But Forge World used to get us, though. Remember? Like, Forge World. Because they had the Forge World Death Guard models. I posted them up in here. And I've redone this army so many times. This army right here. So this is 4, again, it's 4 squads of 5. But these are the Forge World's Death Guard models. Death Guard conversion kit. Right? So it was like you took a Chaos Space Marine and then you put like, and you had like, gave you like a torso, some arms and some shoulders, and the torso had the head built in. This shit was sick. Like the way their faces looked and everything. And you could really go heart's content. So what I did was, when I did these, this was 4 Rhinos, 4 squads of 5, just like the old days. This was like 4th edition, before I started commissioning. And I would always use tactical Marines because of the smoothness, the lack of aesthetic, and then I just like did bullet holes and shit. And what I liked about it was that you could have 5 Plague Marines, you could have a sergeant with a power fist and a combi melta. Then you could have another 2 meltas in the squad. Well, I think what I was doing was I was doing a flamer, melta, combi melta. 4 squads of 5 like this. See? The way in my mind it worked was that every squad could do everything. And back in those days, you were really high level because you could move the Rhino and shoot out of it from the hatch. And so basically by having a melta and a flamer and a combi melta, you would have all these Rhinos moving around and just like popping shit. Like, and then they blow it up and you get out and you'd be like, now what? Like, I love that shit, dude. The feels I got from playing this stuff. And this army also had 2 units of obliterators, maybe 3. I think it was like 9 obliterators. And these were Death Guard Terminator conversion kits that I kit bashed with obliterators to make these. On that old city fight terrain. Bro, there they are. I painted a guy just like this guy in the middle, too. Like, I did that exact paint job on a guy. Yeah, rear prey. The Forge World add-on kits were popular. No, they're just goofy looking compared to what we have now. They're not bad. Rottweiler dog had to get blood drawn. Nexus Point Games. You have an unopened box of these guys? What? Well, that's hype. That's fucking heat. OG box. See that? Nexus Point, thank you for the follow, brother. Oh, that's... I understand. Mars. That's fucking wild, dude. But Mars is okay. Rottweiler. We're catching a raid. See, my alert doesn't work, but that sound just alerted me. We got a big dig raid. No Streamlabs alerts. Shout out to the Monument crew. Papa Penguin VT, that's my guy, dude. What's up, brother? Long time no see, homie. That guy's an OG. Welcome to the show. We just did a big whip session. We're about to get back to it. We've been just painting a 30K Rabute Gilliman. Or his heresy style. Right here. And we just airbrushed up this cape and then did a couple of simple techniques. We actually use this Monument primer. That's how we hit it with that. Then we used straight up Liquitex white ink to highlight it. Then we opened up our wet palette and we put some of this back on the palette. We put some white Bolt Pyro or Bolt Titanium. Then we just took some warm yellow and then we just created puddles of different value mixes. And then we used one step and we just created volume in the cape over our airbrushing. Super easy, painless. So we got a nice classic like yellowed white cape situation. Which makes me happy. And now we're pretty much done with G-Man. And all the videos are here online. We actually used a different... We actually found... I never used the Ultramarine blues, but we actually found a way to use his signature Ultramarine blue from the Rogue Hobbies line on this. The True Metallics. And we also have an alternate helmet. So that derpy ass helmet it comes with, face it comes with. That actually looks like a badass. Mondays, thanks for the follow, brother. So what we're gonna do now is we actually have to figure out how to actually track down the rest of the kit. Because now he has this big ass base, but we gotta do marble. We gotta see where I put it. Where did I put the rest of his kit? Looking in usual spots. Not here.
Hey, are you Dirty Mike and the boys?
Your caps! Rub your dicks on the car as you run away! We are gonna have sex in your car! It will happen again!
Rottweiler.
Let's get this POG action started. Unsure what I got myself into doing lightning bolts and chaos trim. What's the next army for 11? Pumped for B&B.
That's right, man. I don't know yet. I have to sell my edgelords. Shout out to my man Rottweiler. He just triggered a big giveaway if you're just tuning in. And so what we're going to do is do it. It's a U pick. Giveaway has begun. Exclamation point raffle. 5 minutes on the clock. I gotta sell my edgelords first, Rottweiler, and then I'll make the decision. But I'm leaning toward knights. Yellow knights. I'm looking for. Oh, I found it. Exclamation point, you pick. We've got Pogs on the line. Get some love chat from on there, Rottweiler. Yeah, doing a whole army of lightning is gangster mode. That's for damn sure, Rottweiler. Treebeard Prince, what's up, man? Exclamation point raffle. So I've got baby wipes drying out in the sink right now. So we're gonna go do like one of those Marble Secretly Easy workups for sure. On all this nonsense. And I'm just gonna look up a tutorial, somebody who's done it. Because I never do it that way. I always just do marble by hand. But I feel like it might be time to try to just actually just do try to do the airbrush cheater tech. Three minutes in our U pick. We got to figure this base out real quick. Get some primer on it. These Horus Heresy bases are neat because they're like two pieces, right? They're like his diorama and his actual base. Just try to clip all this nonsense off. Two minutes left. Exclamation point raffle. You pick. Type exclamation point you pick and see the list.
Break it down.
Oh, that's wild. So, where's our? He stands on a 40mm base now, right? Did I not have one in this box? Oh, found it. What's do we not have an updated U pick? I thought I updated the U pick because one of the things you can win on the U pick is the POG set. I thought I updated it in Streamlabs. Is that the... There it is. Exclamation point you pick. So one of the things we have is our volume 1 of our POG set. These 12, and we have lore, exclamation point lore. These 12 wrestlers are based off of our top 12 supporters 2026 for the Next Level Wrestling promotion. These guys are from the 80s, and they're invading the future of the Florida Wrestling Federation. And these are our fictional wrestlers. This is volume 1. QR codes for the lore page. And we've got 5 extra sets. These are our prototypes. And so now we have volume 2 already designed with comments now too. And we're taking one of the things you could pick is a custom pod. So for example, here are some of our custom pods right here. How can I get to this? Right? From some of our, from Cornflake Justice, Eileen, and David. So when I have 3 more, I'm going to send volume 2 to print. And volume 2 is thick. It's like 5 sheets. And then you'll be able to redeem for them. Okay, the raffle just closed. Let's draw a winner. Buddy Funster, my guy. Congratulations to my dude, Lee Funster. You pick, so you pick. Recoil. Hey, what's going on here? You designed a Kenny? Wait, what are you guys talking about? Mateo and Recoil. Oh wait, yeah, I've seen that. Why did you send it to me instead of Recoil? A Freemason wrestler? Oh, this, so you want this. So just give me the name. Like what's the clear name of this guy? Or it could be his catchphrase. Just come up with that. Send it to me. I see it now. So we need 2. We only need 2 U picks, and I'll submit a new set of designs. And what I'm gonna do with the you pick designs, you see how they're framed in gold? They're gonna be our rares, and they're not gonna be our sheets. They're gonna be singles. So when you get a set, when you redeem for a set, you're just gonna get a random fucking rare. Now, if you redeem for a set, and you happen to be the person who submitted the rare, that's the rare you're gonna get. I'll give you your guy for sure. Like this. Looking at, I remember that I've done a few of these Horus Heresy joints. I remember them being straight carbo. In the past, I did several of these for a client. 2013, I think. Wait, how do you even get the... There's like no fucking way this would ever... Does this just sit here? Or is this literally go underneath? So you can't glue this down. Is that how it... Am I seeing that right? Bro, that doesn't even come close. Where the fuck does this sit? I mean, like, what am I doing with this? Has anyone made this? I remember this being like impossible. When I was doing this. Or do you not glue all this together? You have to like pull it off every time. There's no instructions about it. Because look, if this is closed up, obviously the base can't go inside there. Right? The base can't be underneath. So the base either has to sit on top, which obviously it doesn't. Because look at that. That's fucking ridiculous. So obviously the base goes here. This is supposed to all lock together perfectly. See, and that's where the base goes. Inside of there. But even that doesn't fit. So obviously this is supposed to penetrate deep enough which is so far away. Like I don't understand. Wait, is this the wrong base? Is this straight up just the wrong base? Treebeard. Maybe we're on the wrong base. This is like a 50. Why is there a 50? 50 will never fit in there. Alinosaurus. Is that Thunder? I feel like it is. She loves it when it rains. So maybe it's maybe. Hold on. Yo, is that the whole solve? Eileen, she's chilling in bed. Okay, so still, will this come out? Is this meant to go in? Like, can you put this in if it's all glued up? Or is it always got to be a piece that you pull out? Kenny, check the link. What? You send me a link? Before we lose internet. Oh, someone sent me a link. So you do glue it on. Okay. But that doesn't answer the question. I don't think we glue all this on, right? This obviously is pressure fit. Just for display, right? If we glue this together, that's trapped in there. That'll never come out. I mean, maybe. Shit. Look at whip. Again. Is it glued together or is it just sitting there? I feel like it's really close. So I think what we need to do is we need to get it sitting in there. 23 minutes left, thundering outside. We need to just glue it to the 40 in the right position first. So let's get these nubs. And thanks for helping me, guys. Eileen, thanks for calling it to my attention. Right here as well. She says obviously. Okay. Okay. Put a nub right here. Oh, that shit's monstrous. Okay. We got a clean link. USPS just got the package. Wait, Replay, you just got the package right now? Oh, USPS just got the package. So it's in your... That doesn't mean it's in this country. That's United States Postal Service. Right? That's what you're saying, Rico. I'm saying we probably should not glue this to this. You see? Glue half of this down. It's just for display. But what we're going to do, because where this sits is relevant. So let's score this. Super glue. Oof. Yeah, see, it's relevant. It's all janky. Put it all together. I'm gonna hold it tight. Panicked raccoon hands. What kind of glue is that? Didn't even glue, she said. It's super glue. Super glue needs time and moisture to cure. We got 17 minutes left. This is an accelerator. Banhammer. Can our hero figure out his base? Find out next time. Next level Z. Nice. Little Dragon Ball Z reference.
Can our hero figure out this base? Find out next time on Next Level Z.
Okay, if it's closed, no way on earth can it go in, right? So it has to stay open. Okay, so we got it. So he stands here. See? That's his display. But when you play him, you pull it aside and you can take him out. This is just for display. It's just for him sitting on your shelf. That's it. Remember, I made one of these for Bellacore, remember? I made it custom for B-Core.
Excellent!
Mariachi Marudo, thank you for the sub over on YouTube. Vanhammer, thank you for the support. Putting us near another giveaway. Eileen with her little emotes. Is that like you? That little emote you? I butchered that. Mariachi Marudo. How'd I butcher that? Mariachi Muerto. Oh, I see. Mariachi Muerto. All right. So we got this lined up. Gonna prime this. But I think I have to prime it white. I need to look into like how it's done. Got the baby wipes. She's been threatening to throw them away. Oh yeah, it means death music. Mariachi Muerto. Oh, that's a sick name. Do you got some goofy flag things for the pillars? Yep. Of course. That's some Roman shit right here. I'm going to use the more aggressive side. Smooth some of this out. It's fucking shitty ass resin. It's thundering like crazy out there. Eileen has this belief. It's Brudia. She thinks that when it's lightning and it's thunder outside, we have to turn everything off in the house, can't take a shower, and you have to hide in a bedroom, or you get killed. So, I know I don't get to play video games after this. Bro, don't encourage your bad hand. Boothie Bun says the shower thing can be semi-true if your tub shower is made out of metal, but hear me out. This is America. It's a new construction. All the pipes in the house are made of PVC, bro. There's no copper pipes. So the only way it can kill you is if the lightning bolt strikes the fucking bathroom and explodes it while I'm in there. It has nothing to do with where I'm in the house at that point. There's no, like, it's all grounded, first off. Right? Everything is grounded under the ground. It's plastic, not copper. Yeah, Uthi, but if you live in an old ass house where everything's copper and metal, maybe. But then again, it's grounded. That's still the biggest part of this equation. It's all grounded. Literally under the ground. Reappraise. Water is not conductive. That's a misnomer. Saline is conductive. And also, if it somehow got in the water, again, the water droplets come out in separate pieces. It's not a continuous stream. For lightning to arc between water droplets, literally can't happen. It arcs through dryness. Like it needs, that's like static. It, like literally, if you had like an above ground shower in like a third world country with a bunch of exposed copper pipes, not grounded, yeah, don't fucking shower in that when it's lightning outside. 100%. If it was a direct hit to my bathroom wall while I was in there at day, yes. But that would be the same thing for any room in the house, Banhammer. Any room in the house. Exactly, Banhammer. I already died because I got hit by fucking lightning. Shit, she thinks it comes. It zaps through the computer screen, kills me. Zaps through the TV's monitor, kills me. Zap comes straight out like a fucking particle beam out of the fucking shower head, kills me. That's the Puerto Rican way. So when it rains outside, I gotta turn everything off or I die. Yeah, Eileen, you're confusing lightning for the girl from The Ring. Sigavax, yeah. Lightning would have to strike the water source, and even then the area of risk is so minimal. Uthi Bun says your friend's house got hit by lightning. First step in the equation. If your house gets hit by lightning, that's a problem. I'm not defending against a lightning strike. And a CTR monitor exploded. Yeah. I've got everything on fucking surge protectors, uninterruptible power supplies, and I have a fucking breaker in my house. And that was 20 years ago, right? And we don't have tubes. Yeah, we don't have tubes in our monitors. And we have a fucking community switch too, right? Like we have the community fucking transformer, we have the transformers going to our houses, and we all have fucking breakers, and fucking breakers, and breakers. Uh-oh. All Eileen took away from this conversation was now she has to worry about the house getting hit by lightning. You're right. Science, Manhammer. Lightning rods. Got it. I'm a sucker for that. %. Alexa, buy a lightning rod. I'm using canned air. Get some of this dust off of here. Okay, so I'm gonna glue one side down. Oh, see a mistake. I probably shouldn't even glue these in. Probably shouldn't even glue those on. There we go. Oh, I hear that Bruidia storm. What's going on here? Why can't I get that? Okay. It is not the fact. So you don't even want to glue one side. You don't even want to glue any of it down. You don't want to glue any of it down. Break that off. Because if the both sides don't move, if both sides don't move, it's a problem. Bro, that's a whole thing. It's this. This can't get glued on. Is that right? Yeah. Bro, this thing is dumb. This has to go up. And this creates a lip. Looks like. Elaine, you were watching a commercial for 2 minutes. Subs don't grow on trees. Can't stop during a lightning storm. That's how you get struck by lightning. 3 minutes left in the final 4. If you want to jump in on here and become part of the Top D Grand Prix for this month. Certainly going to have a banging ass month ender. $80 left if you want to trigger another giveaway. Banhammer, this base is dumb. All the Horus Heresy shit is like this. So you have this cool little fucking display that your dude stands on. And then you take it apart so you can play. So I don't know. So we're going to try to marble that shit up. He's done. We're happy with him. We got the cape done, Eileen. So he's got his sweet little cape. And so we've got the warm white against the cold blue. And the base, like as you can see here, it's very gray, very neutral and cool. Actually, we're going to try to keep it very neutral. We're not going to use any coolness. Neutral gray. Did I use the baby wipes when you were gone? No. We didn't use them yet. Don't throw them away. We'll dry them. So I'm extremely happy with this guy. Actually, you know, we talked so much shit about him, but honestly, he's sick. This is like, if you get the right helmet on this guy, it's actually a sick ass kid. Oh, gifted a sub, Eileen. You now have access to your fucking emotes and your chunkless. 1 minute left, guys. You can get on the final four for as little as $1. Yeah, yeah. Mo's Magic, my guy. Uthi Bun, that's right, Chocolate. Chocolate checking. Biggest 11 chat. Mo's Magic, my dude. So yeah, after making fun of him, all it took was one head swap, and this mini is actually righteous. It's actually righteous. And like, I do like the giant marble base. Like I do. The Romanness of it is so sick. You know? He's so shittily painted in this. Like we destroyed that. We destroyed that with like minimal ease. So, stay tuned. As on Friday, we have a minute 40 seconds overtime.
It's time to get swifty. Oh, you gotta get swifty. Oh yeah. Take off your pants and your panties. Shit on the floor.
Minute 20. Stay tuned because Friday we're gonna pull out the baby wipes. We are gonna try to paint this marble using the baby wipes technique that has been on the internet for many fucking years that I've never done. I've known that you can do it with dryer sheets, but I've heard people say the baby wipes dried out are way better. So we dried out some cheap ones and they don't stretch at all. So then we got the Huggies or whatever. They seem to stretch much better. So I'll prime this thing. I'll look at a tutorial or two, and then I'll just try to reverse it into like Artec. Eileen, she can't type. Stay tuned for the baby wipes, she says. "20 seconds left. Uthi Bun, yeah, the idea is you pull them apart and expose the fibers in them, and then you have to get it really tight on the base, but it's also like a layering process. So I have to look at like what the layering process is. Do we paint the marble white and then we layer the grays? Do we paint it gray, layer the whites? Like, I don't know. I want to see what other people are doing. Normally I do gray and I just draw the whites, or vice versa, or paint it white, draw the gray veins. But this is, I want to just be done with it with a technique. I want to use a fucking cheater hack. Treebeard Prince. Yeah, I've heard dry sheets too. But the people have been saying that the baby wipes are better. That the fibers in the baby wipes are smaller, which is more scale appropriate for 32 millimeters. You start white and layer your grays back in. Sigavax. That's what my gut's telling me. My gut's telling me prime it white and then just layer the grays back in. That's absolutely what my gut's telling me. So, we'll see. See what happens. Like, I definitely don't want to draw all the veins, but I will if I have to. Done it before. Thank you so much for the support, Mo's Magic. He's in the final four. I appreciate you so much. Did not trigger another giveaway, but I do appreciate you guys' support at the top of the month. Rottweiler recoil most magic Captain Banhammer. You'd prime it red for warm undertones. I want neutral Banhammer because he himself is cool. The cape is warm, so I want the base totally neutral. Just neutral grace, not fucking around. Thank you, Bayhammer. All right, let's set up a big raid. Where do we want to send our raid tonight? Why am I always in this fucking minute? Guys, I don't know I don't know what kind of glitch I'm having here. Is it because of Restream? It keeps putting me back in that miniatures, the video game category. One of you guys pointed this out. Why does it keep doing that to me? I keep fixing it to Warhammer. And every time I go live, it shoves me back in there. Like hey, this is why no one's watching us anymore. Like, update, is it titles? Bro, I have changed it 50 fucking times. We're like invisible on the internet. It's the lightning. We're literally by ourselves in a unknown category about a video game no one plays. Where is this coming from? Edit stream info for the 1000th time. Warhammer. Done. Let's see it switch next time we do it. So you're saying Wicked? All right, let's send it over to Wicked. Okay, we're rating right now. Somebody remind me to check that fucking next time when we go live. Appreciate your support tonight, guys. I'll see you on Friday. Thank you, Requo, for that note. Let's bring the length, the girth, the positivity on over to my man Wicked. As always, till we meet again, play on, players.
Yo, dog, it's the beach lab pain on the brain. Flow the heat, but my chaos won't wane. Trace the lines fine and brushing my hand. Not a scientist, but I got the plan. Wash it down like